What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Christian K Podcast. This is your host, Christian K, aka Keith Price Jr. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Hope y'all staying prayed up. All right, so last week I started my series, Single But Set Apart, episode 1. Now today we are on episode 2. So last episode, we talked about finding purpose in your singleness. Today, we're going to go a little bit deeper. And the reason why is because this is a part of something you need to do while you are single before you meet somebody, so you don't create consistent patterns of it leading to nothing. So today's topic that a lot of people don't like talking about, even me sometimes, is healing. We're going to talk about healing today. So before you go looking for a relationship, you have to ask yourself, am I whole enough to handle one? When I'm asking, are you whole enough to handle one? I'm saying like the small things bother you, or are you healed from your past? Like a lot of people have been through a lot of traumatic things in past relationships, like probably been through cheating, um, physical abuse, verbal abuse, lying, cheating, betrayal. And, that don't even have to be relationships. It can be with family, friendships, just anything really. So it's definitely an important part of the process of you being single. Like it comes in line with you. Like while you're single, you know, you have to make sure you're healed, because if you not healed and you move on to somebody else, there's a saying, it goes, hurt people, and that's true. I've been there before. I've hurt people, and it hasn't, and it doesn't be on purpose. It's just I wasn't healed, but I didn't know I wasn't healed. You know, so you know, and healing matters because we've all been through something heartbreaking. We've been through rejection. We've all have trauma, and we've all go through disappointment. Some of us on a daily basis. Some of us, different times, but we all go through it. And if I'm being honest, y'all know your boy be being honest. Some of us are still carrying pain that you know, we all carrying pain, and some of us just learn how to live with it. And that's the harsh reality of it. God didn't create us to go through. God didn't create us to cheat on one another, lie to one another, hurt one another. God created us out of love, and it's sad that some of us in the world, especially us good people, have to go through what we've been through, and it's sad. Like I might get a little emotional talking about this because I've been through a lot, trauma wise, and past relationships, family, and so it's a lot. So if I get a little shaky, messing up, it's because I don't really talk about my healing. So this is me being vulnerable and open up for like the first time. So y'all bear with me, please. So what you don't deal with sometimes will eventually, it will spill into your relationships, friendships, dating, or even marriage. For example, if you've had a friend that you couldn't trust, and then you make more friends, and then they do something that reminds you of what that old person did, you're going to start building up walls and putting up boundaries. And you have to realize that not everyone is the same. And I had to realize that I consistently had people tell me, like, when it came to like trying to date again or trying to get into a relationship, get to know someone, people was like, well, you can't put that on her. She didn't do that. She's not that girl that you dated in the past. But when you go through trauma, it's so hard not to, when you're not healed, it's so hard not to think that everyone is out to get you, as everybody is hurting you. Like me, me personally, when it comes to relationships, I just have trust issues, and it's not nothing that the next person did. It's just my past. Like I was in a relationship with somebody for 2 years. 2 years. They told me they would never cheat on me, just for the relationship ends with them cheating on me, which is crazy. It's crazy. So like even though that was years ago, man, it still hurts to this day because it's like, who can I trust? I really trusted that person. It's it's been different, talking stages and trying relationships, and it don't work because I cannot trust. Like, I've been to therapy. Therapy helped for a little bit. It helped. I'm not gonna lie. It definitely takes a lot of praying and healing. Healing takes time. And one thing my therapist told me when I was in therapy was that the reason why my relationships keep ending is because I haven't healed. I will move on from woman to woman not being healed. And I just want to go ahead and put this out there. These are ways that you cannot heal. Sleeping with different people thinking it's going to heal you, it's not going to heal you. Moving on from relationship to relationship thinking it's going to heal you, is not going to heal you. I cannot say this word. Hiding your pain, hiding what you've been through is not going to heal you. Okay? It does not. Ask me how I know, because I've done it. I've been through it. I've personally been friends or know people that have tried to do that, and it does not work. The only way you can heal is by giving it to God and actually taking the time out and not rushing the process, Because God doesn't just want to give you a relationship, whether it's a friendship, marriage, or actual relationship. He wants to prepare you to keep it. He wants to prepare you to be ready for it. So, I'm going to be real with y'all. Here are a few things that I've noticed personally within myself and other people that let me know that you might need healing before dating. You are easily triggered by small things. Your fear of rejection that you sabotage things, right? Have you ever felt like have you ever been in a relationship or friendship with people and you felt like it was going so good and then you sabotage it because out of fear? I've been there before. We got to stop that. You're using relationships to feel validated or worthy. For an example, you only get a relationship just so you can post it so people know you're in a relationship, this and that. You're not doing it because you actually like the person. You're doing it because of other people. And you keep attracting the same kind of toxic people. Whew. That definitely touches home. So, attracting the same kind of toxic people, which means you're attracting the same type of people. So, if you know that person isn't good for you, but you keep attracting people that's not good for you and you're giving them the time of day, then you need to heal. A healed version of you only wants the best for you. And if you know that's not the best for you, then why are you pursuing it? Hit that right on the nail. And don't be ashamed or scared, man. Healing is a part of growth. It's nothing to be sad about. It's nothing to be upset about. Healing is a part of the journey that God takes us on. Matthew 11:28. Come to me, all who are weary. That God is inviting us to come to Him. God is going to help us heal. Like I said before, hurt people, and we cannot keep, as God's children, we cannot keep hurting each other. At one point, we have to help each other, build each other up, and we have to heal. Healing isn't forgetting about what happened. One thing about it, I find it hard to forget about everything that has happened in the past, my past relationships, verbal abuse, the cheating, the lying. It's hard to forget. And if I'm being honest, I think about it every day. Anytime that I even think about wanting a relationship, it just scares me sometimes, It's what we should be doing is letting God rewrite the story of our pain, And it's hard. I say healing is probably the hardest thing that I've done. I'm currently going through it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even think I'm all the way healed. That's just me being me, You have to learn to see yourself the way God does. We are chosen, we are loved, we are appreciated. But if a lot of us don't see that because we're more so looking in the physical rather than the spiritual. So if people keep treating you bad and cheating on you and putting their hands on you and not loving you the way you want to be loved and not loving you correctly, you're going to feel like you're not loved, and it hurts you. But at the end of the day, God loves us, you know. God created us this way for a reason. He really did. We just have to truly believe that we are loved. Like, even if somebody doesn't love us, God has somebody out there that's going to love us. But before we have to heal, God is not going to give us our person, our my wife, and for the guys, your wives, and for the ladies, your husband. God's not going to give it to you if you are not healed, because you're going to hurt that person. God doesn't want you to hurt your person, okay? And one of the main things that you can do when you're healing is to pray. Tell God what hurts. So if I'm praying right now, I'll be like, God, I'm hurting because I feel like I can't trust nobody, I want to meet somebody, but me being me, I don't even think I can keep a conversation because I'm just so hurt by the things that people done in the past, and it happened so many times. Me trying to be a good guy, it hurts, and I don't know what to do. You have to be honest. You have to be open. Write it down. Talk to your pastor, or get you a therapist. I think a therapist was definitely one of the best things that I've did. That it helped with my mental health. For some reason, I just couldn't. Well, at that time when I had therapists, I couldn't hold a emotional connection with a woman. Like, I would meet them, and then a week later, I'm like, my feelings are gone. I cannot hold, my emotional connection. I had to go to therapy, and it was a lot of praying, a lot of therapy. But I still have to keep praying, still have to heal. Instead of trying to date, just take a season or two. Hear me out. Take a season or two. Sit back, focus on your emotional, spiritual growth with God, and the healing will come along with that. Like, you don't have to rush. Listen, my mama always told me, key to women are never going out of style. They're going to always be there. And it's true. Women ain't going nowhere. I can see a woman as soon as I walk out the door. So it's no rush. Women are always going to be there. And your person that God has for you, God is going to have them for you when the time is right. But until then, slow your roll. Heal. Stop dating. No talking stages. For my people that's still in these streets, no sneaky links. No friends with benefits. None of that. None of it. And I've definitely been on both sides. I've definitely been in the worldly side of healing, where I thought having sex with as many people as I could heal me, or moving from woman to woman could heal me, or having a roster would heal me, and it doesn't. It only makes things worse. It creates the wounds. It makes the wounds bigger, right? So now I'm in the point of life where I'm on the other side of healing. I'm taking time. I'm not dating, taking time for myself. I'm enjoying my single season. I'm working on a relationship with God, reading my Bible more, praying more, just trying to heal more, because I had to learn that healing is a process, It's not a one-time prayer. I can't say, God, heal me, and, I'm be healed right away. It takes time. It's steps. It's steps to it, and God is going to walk with me on every step. God's going to walk with us on every step that we take on our healing journey. And maybe, going through what you're going through made you realize that, you need to take some time out and let God work in you, Because let me ask you a question right now. If God sent you your person right now, are you emotionally capable of holding down that relationship? Most people say yes. Some people say no. It's just something to pray about. Like, only you know the answer. My answer is no. I ain't got no reason to lie to y'all. No, I can't, man. I don't know if y'all knew the deep things, man, when it comes to like trying to get over somebody. Like imagine trying to get over somebody 2-3 years ago, man. That how much the hurt like is deep in a person. And and people don't understand that. Some people just be like, man, you just need to get over it, bro. But it's not that easy. You know. How you gonna get over somebody that you was fully in love with? You know, it's hard. I can't just I can't just get, you just can't get over somebody. It's steps to it. Like, let's say you with somebody for years and you break up with them. You give them time, you give them effort, you give them energy, you gave them love, you sacrificed a lot. So it's like, was all that for nothing? So imagine giving up everything for something to last and it doesn't work. What's the next steps? That's what people don't talk about. People don't talk about the next steps. People don't talk about the after. They talk about the before, they talk about the doing, but never talk about the after. And the reason why I know why I talk about the after is because the after hurts. You know? And you know me, usually I tell jokes in all my podcasts, but I can't think of no jokes today. This isn't a jokey matter. I just can't. This is true hurt right here, man. Like, my best my best advice is to take time out to pray and heal. Some people have been through deeper trauma and deeper what's the word I'm looking for? Deeper trauma and deeper things throughout relationships, and people handle it differently. Some people cry, some people, you know, eat gluttony, overeating, which is a sin. Some people do different things. I was known for that. I think I was I was in a relationship. I was so depressed. I was overeating while I was in a relationship, and I gained like 40, 50 pounds. That was a crazy time in my life. But I was just so, I was like, think about it like this. Imagine being in a relationship with somebody where you're doing everything you can to make them happy and they're still not happy. They're treating you like a child, verbally abusing you, and you just feel like they're just using you at that point. It hurts. Like, and after the relationship over, it's like you could have left, but you didn't want to because you're so good of a person. You want it to work. Well, here's a tip. We're not here to fix nobody. That's God's job. Right? The most we can do is pray for them. At that time, I could have prayed for her. You know, did I? No. We didn't even pray together. I didn't. I did what the flesh would do to quote unquote fix the situation, but it is what it is, man. So healing is the most vulnerable part of the journey while being single, because healing comes in a lot of ways. Healing don't always have to be sad. Healing can be fun. Healing could be you every weekend find an activity that you like to do that is fun. It's basically rewarding yourself for staying loyal to yourself and taking the time out to become a better version of yourself. So let's say, for an example, you want to reward yourself with bowling every Saturday. You go bowling every Saturday, but you make sure during that week you keep doing what you need to do in order to heal. Healing doesn't happen overnight. Healing doesn't happen in a week. I'm not going to tell you how long it takes to heal because it's different for everybody. I will tell you to pray and lean on God to help you heal. Because one thing about God, He will help you with everything. God has all the answers. All the answers. Trust and believe. Answers about anything. God has helped me through plenty of relationships, plenty of healing from people but I have to keep it up. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't think I've prayed about my healing in a long time. You know, I'm just so closed off as a person. I just think that's healing, and it's not healthy. I close myself off from people because I'm so afraid to get hurt again. Like I don't think I can handle another heartbreak. So to prevent another heartbreak from happening, you don't get into a relationship. That's I know, right? That's crazy. But at the time, I just felt like for a long time, I just thought that was the best way to heal. You know, just stay to myself, mind my business, keep my head down, work, do my podcast, and mind my business. You know, a woman try to talk to me, I honestly, I speak, I tell them, I, I can't do it. Like, I can't. I'm not ready. Like, I would rather stay single than to hurt somebody thinking I'm ready when I know I'm not. I'm not. It's not good to waste nobody's time. And telling somebody, and if you meet somebody and you tell them, "Hey, I'm healing. I'm in my healing season." Not everybody's gonna understand. Some people's gonna be like, "Oh, you just using it as an excuse. You don't want to talk to me." Some people be like, "I understand," and some people might want to be friends with you while you're healing. I'm not saying that you can't do that, but make sure it's for the right reason. Make sure you tell them, like you put boundaries. Be like, "Hey, I'm not having sex. I'm not, you know, no dates. I'm just actually just healing. If you choose to go on dates, that's on you. But I'm just saying everybody's preference is different. I'm saying mine. Like if I'm healing, I'm gonna tell you, hey, let's build a friendship and just see where it goes. But I'm not gonna say do that for everybody because not everybody have good intentions. That's why you gotta pray for discernment. And while we're on this topic of healing and relationships, we're going to talk about this because this is a big debate, and I've had people ask me this, and I'm going to say it on here for my official response. This whole conversation of 50-50. 50-50. Y'all love 50-50. I don't know why every time I get on Instagram, it's always 50-50. Facebook, 50-50. It's always 50-50. So let me tell y'all this. What is 50-50? My definition of 50-50. No, it's not. Can we go half on a light bill? It's not. No. Can we go half on the rent? No, it's not. Can we go half on a phone bill? 50-50 for me, I'm going to say it again, for me, is I will take care of you. But let's say for an example, let's say for an example, I bought myself a new car, right? And I might be like, hey, can you pay this bill for me? Like, can you pay? Like, this is. Let me explain this. This is if married, because 50-50 on like. First of all, anything regarding like spending money and 50-50, I feel like that's a marriage thing. Besides like dates when you're dating somebody, but this is like a marriage conversation. So if I'm married with somebody and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna use another example because I don't think my mind was going with that, but we're gonna change that. So let's say for example, I'm married and I'm like, hey, um, you know, my job, they fired me this month and I don't think I'll be able to pay rent. Can you pay it for me this month while I get another job and I should be able to have it next month? My in my head, my wife should be like, of course, I got you. Boom. Now that's my version of 50-50. My version is I got you, but if something was to happen to me where I don't have it, I need you to have my back. Y'all hear me? So 50-50 to me isn't like splitting bills or one person paying for everything. It's more so I'm going to take care of you. But if something was to ever happen to me, do you have my back? There is no such thing as 50-50. It's do you have my back? Because I got your back. That's all it is. It's a teamwork. It's a teamwork basically. You have to have your partner's back. You have to be there for them. Like, would you marry somebody that don't have your back? Let's say for example, you need help with. It don't even have to be money. You just need help fixing your car. You need help with anything, and you can't depend on your partner. That means they don't got you. Realistically, 50-50, even though it's not real, it's more so about who has your back. Not 50% of the time, but 100% of the time. Because I got yours 100% of the time. You got mine 100% of the time. Boom. Now y'all hearing it. That's the real conversation. But back to it, man. Healing. Healing takes time. Healing takes patience. Healing takes prayer. Again, healing doesn't happen overnight. Healing is a process. I feel like everyone, should take a time to heal. If you meet somebody while you are in the healing phase, it's your choice to determine if you feel like you are healed enough for that. But I want to remind you, God is not going to send you someone God is not going to send you someone to hurt. Okay? Take your time out and heal. Address your pain. You're hurt that they cheated on you, address it. Pray about it. Are you hurt that the person put their hands on you? You pray about it. Pray that the next man or woman don't ever put their hands on you. Prayer fixes a lot of things. When you pray, don't just pray for yourself. Pray for other people. Pray for your family. Pray for your friends. Pray for the people around you. Because you just praying for yourself, that's selfish. Prayer works. If you didn't know this already, prayer works. Prayer is more reliable than money. Let that sink in. Prayer is more reliable than money. Prayer isn't an emergency hotline that you hit when things are going bad. Prayer is an everyday thing. If you prayed as much as you picked up your phone every day, where would you be in life? Prayer is the best thing a person can have, a prayer life, a direct connection to God. I pray at work, I pray in the car, I pray in the bed, I pray every day. I pray in the shower, I pray in the stove. I pray about everything. If I can't find my keys, God bless me to find my keys. And guess what happened? I find my keys every time. I pray about a lot of things, And I want to put this out. If you prayed about something and God didn't do it right then, it's okay. God is always on time. He is an on-time God. And when I tell you that prayer works, that prayer works. So just, listen to what I'm saying on this episode with healing. Healing is important. Coming from me. I know my voice was probably a little shaky on this episode because, like I said, thinking about everything I've been through, relationship-wise, with friends and relationships, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like I said, I'm still healing from it. I still get sad, thinking about it because I wish I didn't go through that. I know a lot of people wish they didn't go through what they went through, but it's all a part of building your character and building you as a person, because I feel like if I didn't go through what I went through, I wouldn't be as mature as I am now. What would I know about healing if I didn't go through anything? What I went through became a testimony for somebody else to keep going and keep staying positive and to keep healing. So we go through things as a lesson and a testimony. You have to learn from the things that went wrong. So through the things that I've learned, like just reminiscing about my past, I'm looking for different things I need to see. Like, oh, that person did that last time. Maybe I should bring this up instead of waiting to talk about things. Talk about it now. It gives you more questions to ask when you're dating, even before you're dating. Like before you get in a relationship, get to know people, talk, get to be around them, see how they act. Because I'm tired of hearing this. I ask a girl, hey, why are you single? Oh, nobody wants me. Girl, I want the truth. You tell me don't tell me what the other person did in a relationship. Tell me what you did. And that's what people don't want to talk about. People don't want to talk about what they did. Like me, I can't put the blame on all my exes of why my hearts were broken. I put the blame on me too. Boom. I ain't put in that much effort. Boom. I was working a lot and didn't make time for them. Boom. I probably neglected their time. Boom. It's a lot of things that I could keep adding on. And it's like, nobody's perfect. And that's the reason why we should heal. We have to heal so we can become better versions of myself. So if I was ever in a situation again to where, my relationship on the line, I'm able to communicate effectively and be able to help, like, hey, I realized what I did was wrong. I realized that I ignored you. You wanted attention and I didn't give it to you. So I apologize and I will do better. But words don't mean nothing if your actions ain't about it. For us men, ladies don't want a man that doesn't keep their word. But also vice versa for women. Men don't want a woman that can't keep their word either. But it all comes down to healing. When you are healed, you are becoming a better version. I'm gonna say it again, a better version of yourself. God is molding you into the person that He wants you to be. Because when God sends you this person, He wants it to last. God doesn't send you temporary fixes. I felt that. God isn't gonna send you anything temporary. Everything that God sends you is gonna last. It's gonna last. Now I'm gonna end off with this, and it's gonna hit. What you went through might be broken, but it ain't gonna last forever. God is gonna bring you out. God is gonna heal you. He gonna mold you, and people gonna be like, "What done happened? He or she done transformed in front of our eyes." Next thing you know, you're a wife or a husband in the best relationship of your life with the best person you ever dreamed and prayed of, and it's gonna be because you healed. It's not gonna be because you listen to my podcast. It's because you did what God is telling you to do. God tells you in the Bible to guard your heart. Guard your heart. Stop giving your heart out to everybody. Everybody's not meant to have your heart. Everybody's not meant to be in the same space as you. That's why you need to pray about people, pray about discernment so you know what to do. But y'all have a great day, man. Thank y'all for listening. I appreciate the love and support. Keep sending these episodes to friends, family. Keep using these throughout your daily life as encouragement. And just keep being a better you. I am proud of you if nobody told you today. I am proud of you. I'm gonna pray for you, and I want the best for you. So just keep doing what you're doing. God is seeing what you're doing. Keep healing, taking your time. Healing has no time limit. Until next time, y'all be safe and be easy.